Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is a game War in the Pacific, Admits Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Xargun. He's a light commander, and for me it is Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B. This is now the 7th February 42 turn, and I guess I will try to take Singapore today again. And if I cannot take it, I hope to at least kill some allied forces there without messing up my own forces. You can always try to break through with brutal force, but I'm not a fan of this. Efficiency is always much more the way to go with German mind. So more of this dot bases. And again, no Navy battle. But the torpedo attack on the destroyer. This is, you can see southwest of San Francisco, Los Angeles, Santiago. Here's some destroyers, maybe a convoy, I'm not sure what. But it was more or less the destroyers spotted my submarine before my submarine can do anything. So the submarine only attacked with these two emergency torpedoes to get a better chance to dive away. And this was successful. Good. Some light bombardments out of Canton to slow down the retreating Chinese forces. Out of Miri, my twin engine bombers taking out the rest Dutch forces. I think they are from Tarakan. These are guys moving from Tarakan originally, trying to catch Balikpapan, but too slow. This is slow down the Chinese army marching on Xiamen. So overall, only the minimum airstrikes from my side and no airstrikes from Xargun at all. So very fast, easy turn. Okay. Recon airplanes, Navy search, but no engagement. Yeah, I sent a small mini task force to deal with this last Filipino units. So one Navy Guard unit is landing here. And more dot bases. So the red Chinese HQ is here with the Chinese units, and the Chinese red Chinese army units are with the Chinese HQ as a Republican. So I don't know, it's really a little mess up. It make no sense, but this is a game setup. Good, the bombardment is so-so. And next attack on Singapore, my fresh divisions with maximum experience, everything is fine. There's at least one allied forces or unit dying. And that shows me that my attack value is increasing, so this is okay, so no breakdown on my side. The allies are very heavily digged in still. Only level 4 2, and I can destroy this fort level 2 to level 1, and you will never be normally under level 1. Every stronger forces, you can always build a level 1 fort overnight, more or less. Okay, so 1-to-1 kill ratio, or assault value. Kills are still in my favor. I have here, again, disabled units. Often these are my TIE support units getting disabled. My engine is also only getting disabled. So disabled units will not lose experience. Only destroyed unit must be replaced, and replacement have of course lower experience level. So this means the whole unit will lose experience points if you must send in a replacement. For the allies it's again 40 getting 40 attack units plus support units, they all can fight, but with lower efficiency. So this means this 260 attack values might be down now to 220 at least, maybe 200, 220. And yeah, so maybe one more kick and then they're dead. The advantage is if I take out the allied engineers, the chance that they blow up Singapore later on is lower and lower. So maybe I can take the base with minimum damage then, even if it's a little late, but well, we will see. So strategically the allies can hold Singapore, but they're losing much more equipment, and it's a question of time. So more empty bases, more empty bases, more a bombardment. Okay, but nothing else. So this turn was really only this Battle of Singapore. Of course, I would be happy if I can take the city, because at the end I must take the city sooner or later. But I really don't want to destroy my unit at the same, or for this kind of goal. I want to have my 2 divisions ready for the next operations. But now it would be really nice to be owner of Singapore, that I can move forward. So air losses, today I lost 2 ops losses. This is a transport airplane and this is a light bomber. So one pilot had a landing accident. Ship sunk, nothing, no sinking sound. In China we had no battle, so there's also no change of situations. I only want to make sure again, so I'm still moving west. Okay. Good. Well, nothing really to talk about in China. Nothing to talk about in Burma. I sent some mini cargo ship with no escort, because I don't have really escort here now. It's so mini, and even if I lose the ship would be not a big... The supplies are more value than the ship maybe. I mean, these are the most expensive, I think, small cargo ships, but yeah. And I need only supplies here to feed the space that I can build up the installation. Nothing more. So Singapore, the British can hold again. Okay, my guys have now experience level of 92. And I'm normally, I thought 90 is the maximum, but it looks like you can go a little higher, but okay. So my division light losses, so I will break it now up. So you can see I can replace this much faster. And This unit also back up. And I think 1 or 2 days and they are already at maximum equipment level again. But I need to get my disruption under 20 that I can attack again. So I need at least 3, maybe 4 or 5 days to strike. Unloading was successful. My base force is here, my division is here, so I can start to move on Balikpapan. In 3 days I will arrive in Balikpapan. So around 12th of February I have the Battle of Balikpapan. That is fine. My invasion fleet is also going direction Surabaya. So this is now the landing operations for take the foothold in Surabaya. Most of the time I will always land, you can land here or here at the mountain, but close to Surabaya, because you must take Surabaya. Here's the shipyard. I think this is the most strategic value base in all of Java. You have this other mountain fortress, but this is only an airport. For me, more important are ports and shipyards. Sooner or later I must also try to take Palembang, so maybe I will, because this attack was again a failure for Singapore and I must wait 4 or 5 days, so I will maybe now say simply I go for Palembang at the same time together with Singapore. Because I had here some broken units, but they had enough time to recover. So I have here 2 Navy Guard units ready and this tank unit. So this is maybe enough to take Palembang. I had some pictures made some days ago and I saw not too much equipment in Palembang. I always check the shipping, so I don't make the Jochen. I don't let 10,000 AV move to Palembang. Anything else? Not really. More dot bases I take. The troop ships are now at Port Moresby, so I can now start my journey or continue the journey to at the end Singapore. But nothing really else. Maybe I don't know where they are. This is a tanker. This is AOs. A lot of AOs are coming. Here's my battleship. My battleship is tomorrow ready. Kirishima is I don't know what was. This was I think Enterprise. Enterprise to make a 1,000 pound bomb hit on Kirishima. Or 2 or 3. I think there was no penetration, so there was only system damage, but we still must fix it. But it was only so small surface damage that I was able to do it here in Rabaul with a repair ship. I don't must go to the shipyard. So this ship is now ready and can go out tomorrow. And my carriers are now here to repair. This has the 2 cruisers also getting the 1,000 pound bombs on top. They need a little more time, but you can see that in 10 days I can repair all the system damage and only the major damage will be left over. Major damage is often like 2 or 3 days for 1 point. So I would say in 2 weeks this cruiser is finished. So here you need a little mini repair. So 1 day, then I can also maybe fill up the air wings. But you can see I'm at maximum. It's always this number plus the first number on top. So 71 plus 7 is 78. More you cannot handle on this kind of carriers with to have no operational issues. So, and I feel more and more fuel arriving and a lot of equipment. I can show this maybe. So I have already 200 engineers, a lot of aviation support, and I'm building up the port. Once I have level 3, then I have more dock capacity because now I'm little. The big tankers cannot dock up to now, so I need at least 1 more port, and then I can go for airfield. But yeah, that is working well. And in Suva, I have also some equipment, at least the base force arrived here. I'm building up the airfield. not too many engineers, but I have at least supplies. And I also reform here a lot of seaplane air wings. You can see some are finished. Of course, I have not the pilot, and I also don't have the airframes for this. But I already reform them so that they have the maximum size I can later use. So it also needs to be done. I'm maybe nearly finished with this. You can maybe this one. You can, if you have a ship in port, then you will not get normally experience bonus. I think this is impossible. But if a ship is in a task force, even if it's docked, I think, and you let it simply be active, then they will create over time experience level for day and night. But I think the cap is 55. So you cannot train over 55 without real engagements with enemy. But if you have nothing to do and your ships are waiting, then you could normally train them to 55, and this will, I don't know if they really help, how much this help. And if a cargo ship is a cargo ship, maybe it can avoid a little more torpedoes. Maybe. I have no hard cover information for this. So my carriers, this is the first carrier division, are now here waiting 1 or 2 turns to get airplanes and refuel. And yeah, so then I will maybe departure again and try to make a new hunt for cargo ships east of New Zealand. Yeah. Anything else? Not really much to show. Ship production, I always try to keep here the pool points less than 1000. So, but yeah, maybe like this better. I try to get Yunyo and Hiryu together because they are sister ships, so they're working together, that I have the same arrival day. And I push the last carriers at maximum, so I get this earlier. So I get maybe all of my carriers somewhere between early 43 and latest in summer 43. And then it's done. And Shiano will be, I don't know, maybe if I have nothing more to build, I build, of course, Shiano, but no. Escort carriers, I'm still waiting for more escort carriers because escort carriers are, at least in my opinion, important. Not that I really have a choice to build more. And the battleships is always, I hold Yamato Masashi is coming together in December online together, so that I have one battleship. I think I always like to have at least 2 ships of the same kind together. And all of my submarines are on hold. If it makes sense, you can always check this. If you cannot make it on hold, then you can keep it on normal, because you don't get anything out of this. So sometimes I check it, not every turn, but once per week at least. Good. Yeah, maybe super short R&D, I don't know, maybe it's interesting. So my engine production is, the pools are coming. I build every day 1 factory, I cannot do more. And the pool is increasing, but every day 2-3 engines like this. More is not possible. So 300, this is hardly over 200. Engines I build always up. The ND is all done. Aircraft, I think it's all done. Yeah. The Oscars are at 60-60, I don't need more. Obviously this is related, of course, to how high are your losses. But in this game, it's low losses on my side, at least for fighters. And strike aircraft for Navy. So I have some pool points for pool aircraft for if there's ever a big battle. And yeah, you can also make it like this. Then you can see what factory is working. So I have up to now only one A&D factory is working, and this is on the Helen 2A. This is a Helen with armor protection. So yeah, but the rest still needs a week or 2 weeks to be active. But it also shows me that in later than 2 weeks, I would say the first roof fighters are active for A&D, and then I need normally the engine bonus. So I could use already engine bonus for H34, but I'm still missing nearly 300. And in 1 or 2 weeks, I could use the H35 engine bonus, but I'm 200 engines away. So I guess that in roughly 4 weeks I can get for both these types the engine bonus. But 1 month I need more. Good. Thank you. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.